Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Today I'm going to introduce you guys probably already know, littlewindows.com. So like I said a couple days ago, I am a new affiliate with them. So that was exciting. So that means you guys get a discount code. So the discount code is on the screen if you go to their website and you will save 15%. Now her kits are pretty amazing. This is the first one I got and it's really the one that I really wanted to try. And she was so nice to send it to me to try it out. And in this shipment, she also sent me a few bonus things that I didn't expect. So she also has these tiny pointy swabs. Isn't that a cute, fun name? So it's a really tiny cleanup swab there. And she wrote a note and said she thought that I also might like these too. And I've been looking at these for so long and I never got them. You know what they are? These are little suction cups and they make holes in your resin. So a good example, let me grab one. Because here's a perfect example. I use my pendant molds a lot. As you could tell, they get really dull pretty quickly because I'm using them constantly every day. Well, this one pulled out the little insert that makes the hole. So that's what these things are for. So there's all different sizes in here, and I've been meaning to get this set for quite a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So it comes with little tweezers, and you would just push this down right where you want the hole and pour your resin. Of course, mine's not clean and I probably need to clean it before it sticks, but that's what that's for. It's a little suction cup at the end and then you pour your resin. So if you're missing holes or if you want a hole on something that doesn't have one, that's all you have to do. You can make your own. It comes with really large ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes in this kit. So that was a super cool surprise. This one sticks pretty well. And thank you so much. I really appreciate the chance to get to try your stuff out. I have not ordered from her before. I do watch her YouTube channel when I have the chance, and this one just captivated me. And it comes with so many parts. So this cover is actually a dust cover as well, so don't throw this away. So this one, and you can use this bottom piece as a dust cover to cover up your molds when they're drying. So this has large ones, as you could tell, very large, and all different sizes. These are the most beautiful, see-through, clear, shiny Cabochon molds I've ever seen. So you've got multiple sizes. This can even be like a belt buckle. But the special thing about these and why I wanted to try them, not only can you pour in this side, and you can make trays or just some frames. This is the side you would pour in, and it will also make a frame if you want it to, so you don't have to. So you can have a built-in frame. This one is exactly the same. Or you don't have to have the frame. You can also just pour frames at different levels on this side. So it's a dual-purpose, dual-sided mold. And it's got beveled and rounded frames. So some are flatter and some are rounded. So it even says rounded frames pointing at these two, beveled frames pointing at these two, and then the same thing, beveled on the bottom, rounded on the top. Not sure which ones these are, maybe 2 and 2. Oh yeah, I would say these two go with the beveled, these two go with the rounded. I have not poured in these yet. It also comes with this little stencil. So if you need to cut something out, maybe like some of your foil film or whatever, then you can just trace this so you don't have to go making one of these to trace it. So that was brilliant. Trace shapes with a pen, then just cut inside the pen line. Arrows mark the centers for each shape in case you need to drill or mount jewelry findings. And then it gives you the sizes here. So that is a great tool to have. And then she's got this really nice brochure in color showing you exactly what you need to do to fill it up. So here's the cabochons. You would fill it to this line here. And then if you want the frame around the cabochon built in, then you can top coat it with another color or the same color, whatever you want. Then you would just fill it the rest of the way up. If you just want the frame, then you would just fill in the frame portion and then you would have the frame. You could fill it with whatever you want. But then if you flip the mold over, like I was telling you, this side, and you fill this, then you get these little cool dishes. And then if you just fill the outer portion, it says pour over the inside step. This creates a shelf to set your cast cabochon. So you could pour over that and you could set your cabochon in, or just pour under it and you can just have a little tiny frame. So there are so many options, and that is why I fell in love with this when I watched her making them. So these are the rounded frames. So the rounded frames look like this, and the beveled frames are flatter. And then here it tells you how much each one holds. So the size, the frame, the dish, the milliliters, so that there's so much information in her kits. I'm blown away and I'm so excited to have them. So then you use this as a dust cover. So when it is, you know, you don't want anything getting in there, that serves as that portion. So don't get rid of your plastic. No way. So what I'm gonna do today, I pulled out my Petri resin. This one was made specifically for Petris. It's by Let's Resin. This is the one they collaborated with Daniel Cooper on to keep the original formula of the resin. So it works the best to do the cabochons in the Petri effect. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do what she did. I'm going to get some little charms, and I'll try a couple different sizes. Maybe this size in here and a few sizes here. I haven't done Petri effect in quite a long time, so I am out of practice, but I'm sure we'll be using this in many, many ways in the future for other jewelry. So I think I'm going to just go grab some charms. I'll do underwater sea life because I picked out turquoise and blue. I got my sinker white out so it will fall and do the feathery effect. And I have my sinker white in a little tiny bottle so I don't have to. And make sure you mix this really, really, really well. I put a little, what do you call them, ball bearing in here, just to get all that stuff off the bottom. So you definitely want your sinker white to be shaken really well. So let me grab some charms that I think I'm going to use, and then we're going to get some UV resin first, and then we'll get this mixed up. We'll go through the whole process. I've picked out 6 charms, so I'm going to focus on this one today, and we'll do the larger one another day. So what I want to do, I don't want the charms sitting on the actual silicone. So I grabbed UV resin, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit on the bottom of each one that I'm going to fill. That way the charm won't touch the silicone. I'm not filling it up, just enough to go on the bottom where the charm is going to sit. I think that's all of them. Yes. And then just double check that you have no bubbles in there, which I do. Try to get the bubbles out. Surface them. Use a lighter if you can, if you have to. Let me grab a paper towel. Help me out a little bit here. And I think some of them I'm going to swirl like the Petri effect, and some of them I'm not going to. I saw her do that, not swirl, and it gave a really cool effect, and I've never tried that before. So I think the tree and the angel wings I'm not going to swirl. So let me get these cured really quickly, and then I will mix up some resin. As these are curing, I will mix up some resin and figure out how much I need. Well, it's going to be less than what she says because I'm filling them up. So we'll just make some, and then whatever's left over we'll do something with. Mixed up 30 milliliters. I put it in this paper cup just to give it more room, and I ran it through the vacuum chamber so it's crystal clear. I really don't want bubbles if I can avoid it. So these are all cured. I'm just going to stick these charms in upside down, right on top, and I'm gonna pour my resin in so slowly because I'm not securing this in there anyway right now. It's just gonna be sitting in there. I didn't want to put it in the resin because it would have just touched the bottom because they're heavy. So I'm just laying it right on top of the cured UV resin, and hopefully this works out. This is my first time trying this, so I mean, I can adjust it before I put my alcohol inks in. Just make sure they're upside. Ooh, I don't know if that one's gonna fit his little feet. His little feet are too tall. So let me go find another turtle to use. Here's a flatter one. I already cut all these little loops off. So I have been asked in the past why mine don't have loops. It's because I'm using these little clippers. And I'm sorry, I don't know the real name of them, but you can find them in the jewelry section. So this one's much flatter. So just cut your little loop off. File it down if you need to. And that one fits much better underneath the back of the frame. All right, so now I'm just gonna pour in the resin and then adjust the charms as I need to. Now I don't need much because I'm gonna do the frames a different color. So you do not need very much at all. So just be mindful of how high you're pouring this. You just need it to the top of the cabochon. And again, this is my first time using this mold, so I'm sure I'm going to be learning some lessons for you. Hopefully I can get it pretty decent the first time. And I did go by her directions on how much each holds. However, I have that UV in there, so I did not subtract that because I don't know how much I use. So I will have a little bit of extra. And we'll worry about that after I get my alcohol inks in here. And it is pouring out really clear. I don't see any bubbles forming from pouring it or anything. There could be underneath, but I think what I'll do is just move these around. Yeah, see there's bubbles up underneath there. So I'm just going to move all of my charms around. Get all these bubbles out. We're not really in that big of a hurry because we have time with this resin. Because after I drip the alcohol inks, I'm going to let them sit 45 minutes to an hour probably before I swirl. I'm gonna swirl some of them, not all of them. And try to see if I can get that feathery effect. But again, it's been a while. I have not been practicing my Petris for a long time, so I don't have high hopes, but I want to try. You don't have to do Petris in these. You can do anything you want. I just think this is super cool to have a frame built into your mold. Multiple frames to choose from. She's very ingenious. I mean, her stuff is very unique. Check out her website. Like I said, you'll save 15%. Just make sure you bring my code with you to save that 15%. That was really, really nice of her to extend that to all my viewers. So I hope you use it. I hope you find something you like. I think I'll take... I'm not sure about this turtle one and the Petri effect because it's not completely covered. Let me grab my lighter. Did you notice how super clear this mold is, the silicone that she's using? So that makes it perfect for UV resin to go through both sides without problems. This one's got a few extra bubbles in it, which is fine for sea life. It doesn't make that big of a difference. But if I can get them out, I'll feel better. If not, it's not going to be the end of the world. The rest look pretty good. And yeah, I do have some left over. But let's get these dripped in. So what I'm going to do in the sea life ones, make sure these are positioned where I want them. And I'm really not sure how I'm going to swirl these because there's not a whole lot left above it because my charms are pretty thick. I don't know. We're gonna try it. Oops, see that one moved. Hopefully they don't move on me after I do this. Or they're going to be a little off center. See, that one keeps moving on me. Wonder if I pour a little bit more in, if that will help it. Oh, I'm not going to be happy if that one keeps moving. Maybe I'll pour a little bit more in this one. Just a drop or two. Maybe I won't be swirling these. I don't want to mess it up. I think I'm going to replace this one. It's not staying in place and I don't want to take a chance. Because if it looks really cool, I don't want to ruin one. So let me go find a different charm. I picked a hummingbird, so, and I honestly think I probably won't swirl. I don't know. I'm just going to play it by ear. So let's do the 3 Sea Life, and I'm just going to drop alcohol inks right inside, blue and green for the sea ones. And then we'll do our sinker white. I'm just gonna let them work a little bit and see if we need to add. See, that moved my green away. That one doesn't look too bad, but I do want the whole thing covered. And if you get resin in there, obviously, let me grab one of her little tools here to clean that up. Maybe she knew I would need them for this reason, so that's very handy to have. It's very thin. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little drop of blue in this one, another drop of blue in this one, and that one. And then I think I'm going to do pink and blue, so I should get pink, blue, and purple. I'm gonna do that in the bird and the feather, the angel wings. So this is sapphire blue, and hopefully we get some purple. Oh, see, I'm making a mess again. So we want to, oh, look at that, it just sucked it right up. Look at that, perfect. And let's do another drip of red. This is called Sugilite. And then for the tree one, I chose brown and green. Brown and yellow green. We'll do the brown at the top. And we will do yellow green at the bottom. I'm just gonna let them move for a few seconds. I'll do a little bit of the other blue as well in this one and in this one. And then grab your sinker white, mix it really, really well. While these move, I'm just gonna stir or mix for a while. And we should get a nice effect when we do this sinker white. So we're just gonna cover the backs with the sinker white and let it work for about an hour. But like I said, some of them, I don't even know if I'm gonna swirl. I think I'm just gonna go for whatever effect it gives me because I don't wanna move that charm underneath it. As you can see, it's moving everything in there. Okay, hopefully I didn't put too much in. So I'm just gonna go around there with her little cotton swabs since they fit so perfectly. Because I don't want these dirty when I go to pour these frames. So I'm just gonna suck up all that white, sinker white in there. And then I'll probably use metallics. Silver, gold, I'm not sure. I have time to think about it. But that looks really pretty. It looks really good. All right, so if I decide to swirl, I will come back with you. I don't think I will. So I actually think I'm just going to let this cure by itself. This is not UV resin. So this has to cure on its own. So I'm gonna let it do its thing for an hour or 2 hours. If I decide not to swirl, I'll probably throw it on my heat mat just for sake of time for the video. If I swirl, I'll come back and do it with you. I took the extra, so I think I'm going to put them, I already poured it in these two, this one and these two small ones. That took care of all the extras. So I'm gonna go ahead and somehow mark the ones that I did. I think I'm gonna swirl just these ones. And we'll point at these so I know which ones to swirl later. So I'm going to drip in, what did I do with my sinker white here? I'm going to drip in a bunch of colors. So let's do, I don't know, random colors. Green and orange. Or green. Yeah, let's try green, orange, and yellow. Oh, this one's not even open. Hang on, I know I have an open one. Let me find it. Where is it? I know I have it. We're gonna do apricot instead. Oh, I thought that was open too. I have some doubles of everything. That's the problem. Here's an orange one that's open. Green and orange. Let's do, really only need one drop. Orange and pear. Oh my gosh, I thought these are all open. Hang on, I know I tested these before. Where are they? Sorry guys, I thought I was ready. I thought for sure I had them open. So I'll just open them. Just take a toothpick and pierce the top. Okay, that's pear and orange. I'm not sure this pear is gonna show up much. Let's do purple, some purplish red, and some blue. Those are always pretty together. And then we got, we'll do red, yellow. Let me grab a yellow one that's already open, which is gonna make an orange as well. Come on, red, yellow, and we'll do some yellow green and see what we get there. And I'm gonna like that color combination, so I'm gonna do it again. Cerulean, red, and purple. Add some more blue. And I don't remember what those are. Okay, so I think that's good. I've got my little sticks pointing at the extras. So those are the ones I'm gonna swirl to see if I still have the Petri touch. I don't think I have the touch anymore. Just cover it in your, plus this resin is over a year old, so I don't know if that's gonna have any effect on it. I do need to get some more of it. It's basically gone anyway, so maybe if I get a fresh batch, we could possibly have a better outcome. All right, so that's it for now. I've got them pointing at the ones I'm gonna swirl. We're gonna let it work for an hour, so let me start the timer. I got distracted, so I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be. So I am going to swirl these ones. And pull straight up. So it's not that bad. It's not as sticky as I thought it was going to be, being so late. And then I will do this one. And then pull up. This one. And then these two, let me get these out of the way now. I'm not sure about that one. I don't know if that one did anything. All right, well, that's all I'm going to do. Now we just wait for them to cure, back coat them, cure, and demold. These are ready for the back coat, and I know I said I was going to do silver and gold, but I'll do that on the next video when I use these molds. But I'm going to use black because I always have the best luck when I do the Petri effect with black. Now I do see these sank in a little bit, so there is going to be more of a black background on that. So I'm just going to use my new black epoxy resin pigment from Let's Resin. Just a little squeeze will do ya. I'm going to get it nice and jet black, pour it on, and cure it. I don't know how much I need, so I'm sure I will have extra. And if I do, maybe I'll try to pour these outer rings and see if I can get them poured pretty good. It's not the opposite side of the mold, but we could try to make some frames if I have any left. I'm gonna put this in a little paper cup. It's just easier to squeeze. And if they came out halfway decent, I think I will get some more of that proper resin, seeing that was pretty much the end of my stash, and try to do them again. Wondering if I should spray alcohol in there. Maybe I will, just to try to avoid bubbles around these edges, because that is a pretty thin frame right there. And you can see up around that, the back, so you can see if it went up and under, and that one did, so I don't see any bubbles in there. And we'll do this to all of them. I'm excited to get these out. I hope they worked out well. Oh, wow, and that one's really, really domed. Hopefully it doesn't go over. I think I'll just do 2 at a time, because my alcohol is going to dissipate. I hope I have enough black, or I will be making up some more. I don't think I'm going to. You could see it go all the way around that edge really, really nicely. Let's do these 2. Man, that would really stink to have to do like 1/2 ounce or less. That one. I'm just gonna let it goes all the way around. Man, those look beautiful. Going in really good. I'm gonna be scraping this cup like crazy. That one, oh, you guys, I'm gonna be short. Unbelievable. I wonder if I could scrape enough out of these. They're kind of small, so let's hope and pray I can get enough between the 2 cups to fill these up. Oh my gosh. Otherwise, maybe I will just leave those as cabochons. I really don't want to have to mix up that tiny, tiny little bit. Let me see if I can get it out of here. Oh goodness. I need a dotting tool. What did I do with it? Here, I'll just use this. Come on, go over. One more. Can I do it? Oh my gosh. To the last scrape. That's hilarious. Oh, I'm so glad I had enough. Barely enough to dome them. Yes. This one needs to go up underneath that ledge. And that's it for now. We will unmold just as soon as they're ready. Beautiful. It's the next day. It's time to unmold. So let's see what we have here. So you're supposed to loosen the frame first and then pop it right out by pushing up underneath the cabochon, and there it is. Oh, that came out good. Look at that Petri. Oh my gosh, I haven't done that in so long. I should have cleaned white off there, but I could go over that with a little bit of black marker. I didn't see that white, but that is so pretty, and this was one of the extras. How do you like this? Is the flat frame, so you could see. Wow. That is pretty good for not doing it for quite a while. Okay, let's do the next one. This one is pretty too, and gosh, I missed a piece right there of white. So make sure you clean them well. And this one, yeah, is the flat one too. I didn't even think I should have done a round. Well, wait a minute. Rounded. Oh, it is rounded. Sorry. They are a little bit different. I don't know if you could tell, but they are a little bit different. That one came out good too. Oh, I'm so happy with those. Let's hope these, I think these were extras, little ones. Oh, that one's not so great. It kind of is. Looks furry inside. It's so tiny. Maybe that's not the best size to be doing a Petri in. Let's try this one. Yeah, same thing. Not crazy about it. Okay, I don't remember which was which, so we'll just go from small to large. Oh, my turtle moved. I think next time, before I pour any resin over him, I'm going to take a dot of UV resin and adhere him down, or anything down. I should have done that the first time. I didn't even think. But yeah, I didn't swirl any of these, so they just kind of look, they dropped, but he looks like he's embedded in the sea. But it's not horrible, but it's not centered. Okay, let's do this one. I love this mold. I will be doing this one soon again with some other ideas. Oh, there's the hummingbird. That one came out pretty. Again, it all was dropping and it would have feathered. But yeah, I wasn't thinking. If I would have pinned them down with UV resin, I could have feathered the back and swirled the back behind them without moving that. That's why I didn't do it. I wasn't thinking. I wish the colors were a little brighter, but yeah, they still came out pretty decent. This one is the rounded frame. Oh, with the sand dollar, stayed pretty much centered. Not too bad. And then, which one is this? Okay, this is the extra. I like my extras better. That one came out really nice. Really pretty. And then we'll put a flat back clasp. I have to trim this one. It went over just a little bit. And then here is, oh, that one came out good. That one's beautiful. I love that one. The black frame makes it so nice. I could have done silver too to match that, but I love the black with the blue and green. Two more. Really, really happy with these. Oh, good. That one came out good too. I wish the colors were brighter, but yeah, the black behind it kind of dulled the colors. I can't remember what I do. Purple and blue or pink or red and blue. I'm not sure. Nice. I'll try to get you some good close-up pictures without that glare. And one more. Oh, that's pretty. My tree's a little crooked, but I like the background. And I should have cleaned that a little bit better. So definitely get those little sticks that she sells if you get this mold. And pay attention to the cleaning, especially if you're doing black. Otherwise, they're pretty good. Now I have some clasps here. And these are just flat back with the hook for your chain. And I just use E6000 glue. I'm not going to do all of them, but I think I'll do this one and just touch that up. So all I do is put a dot of the E6000, figure out which one you want for the top, which this one doesn't really make a difference, and center your clasp. That's gonna look good. And then I'm just going to flip it upside down while it dries. So we'll do that on a couple of them. Then I will get you some photos. And I'm excited to do this mold again. These are gorgeous. I love the framing. I've never seen that before. Without buying, you know, the bezel to stick it in. Really cool. All right, I'll finish these up. You don't have to watch me glue everything on. And I will get you some photos. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out her website for 15% discount. And you guys have some fun. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. You have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.